after a gap of 27 years, I'll revert back to our own language because dialect, not the dialect, but in Nagamis, ito yung olop asani wo lah. 1995 day, Mount Gilead day. That was my first rehabilitation. Aro itu Nuhan de Sati Kya Jinchendra Kwani Dina.
Drug addict होगी ना, heroin addict होगी ना, एकदम life ते ना बड़ा हो जाए, and मला आमागे कुछ मोय ना बड़ा हो जाए, मैं एकला कुल बोले ना बड़ा हो जाए, I could not give up on my own, इधर मला दीदी भी आएगी ना से, तो मला आमागे मोय कुछ, I told my mom that night, and my mom contacted Aunti Neidano. तो Aunti Neidano की contact करी bring ताके कोई मदे आनिबी when he has इडिया time दे आनिबी कोई सीधा नागा hospital दे जगह ना detox करा तम दे किया से कोले दो counselor खान मुझे visit करा दो गाड़ी बो आइचे अरो टोकियो आइचे मुझे लग कुले detox दे इना कुना इमान बाल कोता कोई আৰু I felt the need recovery কৰিব লাগে কইনা হলিবি detox ৰাছিদা আন্তিকি মই ইতুৰাবে পইলা বাৰ জানে হলিবি তাই ৰিহাব তে ইনিকা কাম কৰি আছে কইনা তো মই নাজানে দো ইনিকা কাম কৰে কইনা তো ড্ৰপ ইন সেন্টাৰ তে যেছে ফার্স্ট টাইম আন্তিকি লগ কৰিছে আগেনা मला পেট টু বেক কৰিছে good Vincent তো you are on the right track. It's a question. So, moi ke lujengena DAC de rakhiche. Tate bara sida drop in center da form kan kiba fill up koro bolin dise. Kiba question kan counselor kan hodise. Ki hodise te bi yat lai na bobi. To ina kurina DAC de thakiche. DAC de thakina piche rehab te ahar da anti to Saturday de ahi dekhe do. To ekta Saturday ahar de mo ekta bostu yad ase. इतिया मला साथी रे तीनों लोगों ने अलग मोई आइडेंटिफाई करे मला दांत तो हिली थे ना अब मला दांत एकदम मिस डिटॉक्स करा मोटर दे दांत तो हिला निचना लगे ना एंड ब्लीडिंग करे दांत तो आंटी नहीं तो नोगी आंटी की कुछ आंटी मला दांत तो ब्लीडिंग करे सो मैं एक बार जगह डॉक्टर ये लोग करो लगे नहीं क्यों हो इतना कुछ that is an excuse. Go back to your recovery. तो एकदम ठीक है हो इना कोई ना मुझे next day toothpaste एकदम बाल वाला sensodyne निचना I mean sensitivity किवा करो बोले और mouthwash खान किवा किवी खान पता है और इतने करोगी ना किती बार तो आये मोहन कानी कुकुरी दिए और ताई कुकुरा तो एकदम टेस्टी इमान मुझा और बिची एंजॉय करूँ आंटी कुकुरा खाने होलवी किया से बोले तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बुस्तु तो तला मदरली लव ना मैं इतु तो एक ता स्टोरी एक ता याद है means इन्हें इतु लव लगा मीनिंग तो मुझको बोले मन लगा तो पुला दे एक ता वेल एक ता थकी से कुछ तो इतु वेल ला उसों एक ता पत्थर थकी कुछ पत्थर एक ता तो माइकी मानुखान इतु मान दिखे तो पॉट तो लोगी ना है तो अर्टन पॉट तो इतु पत्थर ऊपर दे रखी वो ड्रॉ करी ना वेल वा ड्रॉ करी ना इतु अर्टन पॉट तो फुल गुरुवो पॉट तो उठावो और लोगी ना गोड़ी जाए ना तो माइकी खान तो लाइन करी ना आगे ना इधर पानी लोई थे के इमान मोस्तो राधा पत्थर भी क्या ऐसे कोले तो खाए खावले शुरू ना अर्टन पॉट वाला था कि खाए ना इन्हें कौन के फूजे जे इधर निशना मोई निका तान मानो होलबे आंटी लगा gentleness ता लगा love फरा मान के melt करी दिया मान के change करी दिया तो इन्हें करेगी ना मोई तो rehabilitation दे मैं लगा counselor तो एक ता father Joseph को इन्हें एक ता थकीशे तो Itu Father Joseph to ki ase kole just 1 week moi discharge nugura agere transfer ho jaise. To moi the fifth step kuru ole parane mola counselor jaise. To tini din over moi photaise. Daddy or mommy gushe take Vincent to Shalom. So tate bora discharge hole take them de aro Shalom see the rehab transfer.
It became a stepping stone for all of us. I thank God for that. Mr. Sanova Muzo was our president, first president, and I was the secretary. We had a very good team of NMA office bearers. And we all were fully together, both in spirit and in deeds. That's how it all started. I'm very happy to see that one of our recovering addicts who was there then, one of the 1,000 addicts who attended the Reformation Crusade, is here today. Is there any other? Oh, yes, 2, 3. Good. That was the first step. We thought we were doing a big job, you know. We were all excited because we got the support of the government and other agencies, all kinds of agencies in the state, plus the support of the civil society and the churches. That's how we could easily get around more than 1,000 addicts at one go. And since we did not know about the process of recovery those days, our only approach is, God, please help us and save our children. That was the only topic we were almost using. Besides that, we didn't know anything about recovery processes. So out of 1,000 addicts, we had only 14 addicts who came for the rehab. And I thank God for whoever is alive today. You are what you are today because you had hit the bottom, and then you have learned to stand up and face the challenges and taken the struggling on the challenges of getting clean. It was not easy. So I congratulate all of you who are here as recovering addicts. You are now all comers according to our 12-step program language, or NA language. You are all comers now. So because of all these all comers, I think they have also given their share in bringing all of you here together. I believe in that. Had they not been available as an example, many of you may not believe that there is a program which works. So because of some of you, many of you have come here, and henceforth the message has to go along by making your NA strong fellowships. Because if you don't have, you have nothing to give to others. But if you have something you can give, then it can come out from there only after rehab. If you don't have the sobriety, how can you ask other people to get sober? And the main thing we require is to be attentive and participate in the AA and NA fellowship. And you have to encourage your friends. And each NA member or AA member has a responsibility. Because you have got the privilege to do what you are supposed to do. So you have to take the responsibility of spreading the news of recovery. We say that addiction, there is no cure in addiction, but it is treatable. And we have proved, some of you have proved that it is treatable. But let us also remember that it is a lifelong process, recovery. There is no end to it. You have to keep working the program so that the program keeps working on you. The program works on you. And the program works for the society. And the program works for the fellowships. We become very hasty sometimes as recovering addicts and alcoholics. We think that we can make a magic sometimes. But it is not. It is always step by step and one day at a time. If you are confident with yourself to live positively according to the program on a one day at a time basis, you have a future. And there will be a future. There will be tomorrow always. Otherwise, it is doubtful. Don't say that you are clean, you are okay now. Because we are suffering from a disease which cannot be cured. Right? But it is treatable. So I'm very happy and I congratulate all of you who have come to take this program and making this program work for you and for others. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Shalom started in 1993. Of course, we had been planning to do this some 5 years earlier, from something from 1988 onwards. We have been planning for that. In fact, the inspiration came because of a time when I was in those days working in the school. I was in Twensang, St. John's School, and that was a time when drug abuse has been really reaching its height, and many of the students, number of students who got into addiction, and some died of overdose. Some students were forced to send out from the school. So when all these things happened, I said, what's the point in having a school if the best of the lot is going to get lost like this? So I said, we will do something with regard to helping these children as well as the families. The unfortunate thing in those days was that there was hardly any facility anywhere in India especially to learn how to deal with addiction rehabilitation program. So what I did is I went around the medical colleges in the first place to see what they were doing. But all that I could learn was the medical model. Like they would detox them, keep them, give them some sedatives and keep them, nothing much was happening. I also went to some of the counseling centers, and some of the approaches I said could be very helpful. So after that, when I came back at the end of 88, we were still not ready with infrastructure and other things. So finally in 93, we rented a building in Chumukdima close by here, and then we began the thing with the 3 clients in 93.
First, what was the main motive of opening this rehab center?
Yeah, the main motive of opening the rehab center was looking at the children, especially the young people. They were students of 8, 9 and 10, especially those whom I came across. Dying either of overdose and either losing their studies, and their family suffering because of that, because I knew almost every family of those children. So seeing this, I said we should be able to do something for the future of these children as well as to deal with the problem that this family is facing. So that was my motivation, because see, I am a priest, a Catholic priest, and the work of the church is where people are needed most. And I found this is one area where our service as missionaries, as priests, was very badly needed. So that's the reason why I thought of moving into that.
Father, is there any process of coming here? Is there any fee structure or anything?
Yeah, there is. In fact, we are not receiving any government funding. This building, of course, is constructed with the support of the churches abroad. But then the running of the center today, like paying the staff, food, and all the other things. So we charge them initially. The initial charges will be 6,000, which is one-time payment, and then 8,000 rupees per month for food and lodging and other things. We had been trying to get the government funding. We found it too tiresome. Too much of paperwork, and I gave it up. We got the government funding from 2000 to 2014 we got the thing. After that, I think the government revised the whole scheme. It had become too cumbersome to get the government funding. Thank you.
Sir, do ajila program lalap kuidio paro?
Oi. Ajila program to ini amikan Aunti Atino aje. Then tai ahabara aru tai to wahan sina Nagaland the first rehabilitation start around in 1989. To itu bara amikan so blessed paise. Aru moi message ta kuidibo. Moi laga message to itu ase. Ami bi drug addict aru alcoholic ekta thakise. Holibi drugs kamano alcohol kamano to itu to addiction ekta ase aru itu bimari ekta ase. To bimar manokan hospital di jan sina mutu kha tawai khan bi hospital di jan sina ase. Rehabilitation di jato treatment sina ase. To ami bi at 2012 ti ase. Moi bi 4 months complete course kurna 2012 13 14 15. It took 3 years to completely give up. Itu 3 years kili luisi oli to ami faith in action to thik pra apply kurli parna. Holibi itia ami isur murumbra faith in action to apply kurigina ami ekdom itia 7-8 years ami clean and sober life ayaze. So there were my message dibuli bun daga to charigina daga God bless you. Holibi mutu aro trust kaina daga kan surum kaina nolibi itu muin na paribo itu inika papana ekdom depression kurna 다가간게 뭐 메시지 고불리문 다가도 there is a way. 또 이도 라사도 기아지 울리도 아이웨. 아미간 브라비 모두 부르고 아미간 기비 얘들 샬롬 맞에 샬롬 맥라 너에 아직까지 treatment center도 비시디 하세 even in Dimapur ପାଞ୍ଚ다 주에다 자가데 하세. So they were wherever you are. 올리비 treatment 비사리비 아로 이솔라 타고 비사리비. 그러나 뭐에도 이라 메시지 과세. Thank you.
Lastly,
Yeah, tips to ki gobo. Ito mangsubar try kurli to bisi tiktar hobo. Ito bisi tiktar lagi jabo. Maybe I have tried by my strength. Olibi isola takot ito natagilin no. Ito I'm telling you, faith in action. To faith iglaba no, action iglaba no. But faith and action should go together hand in hand. Ito ko ase. Okay, thank you.
Share group 다가도 뭐 addiction 나가 alcoholism 나가 effect 과와 person एकता আছে 아고 내가 여기네 18 years to 나가긴 아이지 우리 뭐 community 간 곳 감 그리 আছে 아고 एकता share group 다가도 무한 first wave 때 무한 게 비시 effect 그지 이때 atheist 때 다기세 우리 이때도 2022 때 2020 वाला शुरू আছে second wave तो आया আছে itu মানে कोविड 때 किने가 तो गवर्नमेंट पर फुल सपोर्ट देगिना कोविड फाइट कुरानी से ना मुखानवी दवाई गाने भी एडिक्शन गाने भी गवर्नमेंट ने के सपोर्ट रिक्वेस्ट गवर्नमेंट था तो कोविड निसना वार 14 एकता निसना फाइट न करी तो एपिडेमिक तो मुखांगे एडिक्शन पुंची आसे आको तो खाली एकता एज ग्रुप के लगा इतो नहय एने 13 14 इयर्स खांगे भी लगे आसे इत्या तो सब कॉलेज स्टूडेंट स्कूल स्टूडेंट खांगे इफेक्ट को आसे तो गाने गवर्नमेंट के वेक अप It's time to fight. Open your eyes. Fight kurubi. Negana. Effort ekta last time barbe ago ita to do effort diura ge. Nega ekta request kurumun taise. Ago to apne ke effect na ho, mo ke effect na ho, mo naga mo ke effect na ho to mo concern na ho to no. Apna by apne bacha effect ho bisa apne concern ho ge na improve ho to na rukibi. Ita sob mon digine as for the betterment of the Naga society to fight against the people with drug problem itu kan karena concern tadi itu